of a drive.
Right.
Decided to come down. Now, did you ever think that you were going to win this Open?
I was surprised. I mean, I certainly am not a spectacular player, and I'm sure you saw I made a few misplays even in the finals, but I've been practicing with the deck online, and I think that was enough to at least make me competent, and then I drew Tempered Steel at all the right times, so...
This guy's awesome.
You know.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we saw a couple of misplays in the finals on both parts.
Yeah. I thought he had mutagenic growth in his hand the whole time, which is why I made some of the plays, but some of them were still inexcusable.
Yeah, like you didn't realize you had the Mox Opal for the
and I should have attacked with Signal Pest when I played Tempered Steel.
Yeah, exactly, that one turn, because then we were talking about that.
I realized that like as soon as I...
I think it was like 4 extra damage or something, right? It was... You know, 3 or 4 extra damage.
And I didn't block with it, so it was like, why am I not attacking?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. At least you picked up on that stuff, but in the finals, didn't you think you were going to lose? Like at that... Yeah, right? It was just... And what happened was that your opponent didn't move the Pike over to the Spirit token, which allowed you to attack with Vault Scourge, which pretty much forced him to go Snapcast or Vapor Snag. So, I don't know. I mean, people were tweeting in that... they said there was some misplays, but overall it was a good game and it was fun to watch. Yeah. So you made a lot of people happy.
I like to hear it.
Yeah, so that's definitely really cool. So did you want to play any new cards from the new set? What were you thinking?
I mean,
here's your deck
I didn't
list,
have a chance to... I don't really have anyone to test with for new cards, and I didn't think there were any cards that fit into Tempered Steel from the new set that I saw, but I was actually pretty worried that I thought the deck would be terrible if there were a lot of Lingering Souls decks.
Yeah, like, there was no Lingering...
I was just like, if someone goes turn 2, Intangible Virtue, and then Lingering Souls and flash it back, how could I win?
Yeah.
You know? But I didn't see any.
Yeah, for some reason, nobody was playing Lingering Souls.
So it would have been really good against Tempered Steel, I imagine.
Yeah, there was one guy who was playing Lingering Souls, and he was playing Delver. He was splashing black for Lingering Souls. I was thinking maybe you play Delver, you splash black for Lingering Souls and Sorin, because you haven't seen any Sorin either. Yeah, which was kind of weird, because Sorin was like preview. People were like, "Wow, this card is $60 card," and you know. So, would you change anything from your main deck or your sideboard?
I might want to take out the Celestial Purge for an Oblivion Ring. I thought I was going to face more like blue-black style with curses and Lilianas. So I wanted the Purge, but I only faced I think 1 or 2 control decks. So
And
all tournament.
Would there be any new card that you might want to add or for people to try out? And if you guys have any questions for Nils, let us know.
Not that I can think of.
No?
So.
All right. And was your Gavany Townships, were they more important than, say, like a Mulan Haunt?
Yeah, they were very, very good. They won me plenty of games. Whenever it stalls out, you just you can sit back and you don't have to just try and race every time. You can just wait, make my guys very large, and then finally attack. So
yeah, that's definitely interesting. And one more question. All right, somebody tweeted in. They said, "Do you think you're..." Well, actually, nobody tweeted in. I actually would have tweeted in if I had a Twitter and stuff. And by the way, my Twitter, somebody pointed out, it's actually GFabs5. So there's like an S between the B and the 5. Not to take away from this conversation. Did you ever have like mana problems? Because some people were playing with the Gavany Towns folks, but they didn't have the Nexus. So did you ever find yourself being color screwed?
A few times. It'd be one short. I thought about cutting one of the opals for another planes, but your best hands all have Mox Opal. Your worst hands have like 2 Mox Opals.
Yeah.
But it might have helped the mana, but it makes your Glinthawks worse, and they're very good against Delvers because they can block them. So I wanted 4 opals, and cutting 1 and adding the planes would make the mana better.
Sure.
But I don't know if that's worth it.
Yeah, so that's cool. So now I have a trophy. Why don't you bring the trophy here so people can see it at home? Yeah, it's a pretty nice trophy. All right, so do you have any advice you want to give everybody, or any parting words from? Are you playing a Legacy?
I'm not. I did not bring a Legacy deck. I might do one of the 2 o'clock draft open, I guess.
Okay, you do the draft open. That's cool. And now, are you planning on going to Baltimore for the Invitational?
I imagine so. I live there pretty much. So
all right, that's good, man. So just out of nowhere, Nils came. You dominated this tournament. And honestly, it was fun to watch.
All right, glad to hear.
Yeah. So congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
And thanks for stopping by. So that was Nils, our SCG Open champion. He won with Tempered Steel. It was a crazy game 3. It was back and forth. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know who was going to win, and Nils took it down. So you know, that was our standard open. So we saw a lot of cool decks, and you know, stay tuned because we're gonna take a break. We're gonna replay the top 8 for you guys. Then later today, we're gonna come back. We're gonna do the Legacy Open. We're gonna cover those rounds. We're gonna cover the top 8, the top 4, and the finals.